Hello everybody, welcome to Equals and Alternatives, episode 9. I'm your host, Mike Vacanti, and today we are going to get right into the show because we have a lot to cover. We are obviously reviewing Chipotle's chips and guac, which combined have 770 calories, often ordered as a side to a burrito or a burrito bowl or something like that, which is kind of absurd because 770 calories is going to make up a significant portion of your daily intake. So to order it as a side really does not make a lot of sense. Equal to the Cinnabon Sticks, which are really good, 10 of them. And let me interject. As you can see here, we have a shit that matters chart, which might stick, it might not stick. But when people see the infograph, when you see this equals this, and calorie numbers listed, what jumps into many people's minds are, well, calories aren't all that matters. And of course calories aren't all that matters. However, the infograph is there to play on social media, meaning it is there to grab people's attention, people who might not know how many calories are in chips and guac, bring them to the show where we talk about these things, okay? So here in the shit that matters chart, I've decided that 77% of the shit that matters in today's episode, arbitrarily by intuition, are energy and macronutrients. 18% of the shit that matters, fiber. So we have, I don't actually know. I want to say 10 grams of fiber in this amount of guac from chips and guac. Avocados in general are high in fiber. I actually think 10 might be high. I think 6 to 7 might be the number here. But fiber is obviously important. 5% of the shit that matters, unsaturated versus saturated fats. So what many will say are that, not what many will say, all fats are not equal. They serve different functions in the body. But that's not to say this fat is amazing, you should only eat it, and this fat is terrible, you should never eat it. And I'm talking about mono or polyunsaturated fats being a godsend versus saturated fat automatically causing heart disease in any quantity if you consume it at any point in your life. Which is just wrong, first of all. Those who say that saturated fat intake leads to higher blood cholesterol levels are only stating studies where you are in a calorie surplus. Meaning, if you consume fewer calories than you burn, having a diet high in saturated fat actually is not leading to increases in blood cholesterol, for one. 2, saturated fat has positive benefits associated with testosterone levels, and in a time and in a society when, I don't know the exact percentage, but many men suffer from low T. I mean, just turn on the television and look at all commercials for different drugs that help with testosterone levels. I'm kind of going all over the place right now, but it's a one-take show, so I'll keep rolling with it. My point here is that you shouldn't eat exclusively unsaturated fats. You shouldn't eat exclusively saturated fats, obviously. A mix of them is smart. So are these two things 100% equal across the board? No, they're not. This is better in that it has however many 14 grams of mono unsaturated fat versus the saturated fat. But should you only eat this and never that? No, we're looking for something realistic, adherable to in the long run, okay? All right, did I eat this yet? Yeah, super overrated, really salty. Our alternative is what I would actually order at Chipotle, and that is, man, that rant went long. The show's gonna go long. Sorry, guys. A burrito bowl with steak, extra chicken, brown rice, peppers and onions, corn, tomato. Here are our macros. Our alternative does indeed have more calories than either of our options, but given its protein at 76.5 grams and taste, I wish I had something to get in here, but I don't. It's a great option, okay? You can also change, like, Chipotle is amazing for hitting your macros in that if you have a high carb day, you can get a tortilla or you can get extra rice at no charge. If you have a high fat day, you could do barbacoa and guac and steak. If you have a low fat day, you could do chicken or double chicken or triple chicken. Pro tip, if you go to Chipotle and just order sides of meat, you get cooked meat for super cheap, like $2.50 to $3 in New York. I want to say it's like $2.25 or $2 back in Minnesota. Anyway, fun fact. All right. Did I miss anything? Shit that matters chart. Let me know what you guys think of that. I'm gonna come up here for this last part because there's something I want to talk about, and I feel like this gives me a little bit of a platform to do it. Yesterday morning, I woke up and went on my Instagram, which is a terrible habit, shouldn't be the first thing I do when I wake up, but I did, and saw that Greg Plitt died. And Greg was a fitness model and actor. He was in entertainment. He was on a show on Bravo a while back, but where I knew him from other than magazine covers were his YouTube videos, because he put a lot of motivational, inspirational type content on YouTube. And during a period in my life when I didn't have a job and I didn't have a platform to take my fitness knowledge and help people, I didn't have an income source. I was battling like some mental stuff going on, anxiety, depression. Watching his videos, and I didn't realize the impact this had on me at the time. Watching his videos was so huge for my development and my ability to take risks and ignore fear. And I really think that is what Greg epitomized, was living a fearless life, living a life not driven by expectations of your mom or your teacher or your friends even, or your peer group or your coworkers or anything. Listening to this voice inside your head and the weird shit that it sometimes says, and following that voice and acting on it regardless of the unknowns or the uncertainty or being afraid. I just encourage you to do it, to listen. When I ended up watching some of his videos, and then I was getting emotional, and I was wondering why I was getting emotional, and then I thought back to this time in my life and how profound the impact of someone that I never met in person had on me, and my ability to grow and move forward and move into something that I'm supposed to be doing was just overwhelming for me. So I encourage you, regardless of, this can be applied to so many decisions in your life. If you are a college student and you're thinking about getting into acting or music, but you think your parents want you to take a safe route, do it. Try it. If you have never lifted a weight in your life and only been on cardio equipment, or maybe never been to a gym before because you're afraid of what people there will think, do it. Sign up, join. Block out everything else, all those fears, and go. Because you don't know how much time you have on this earth. And you don't know what happens when you die. You can feel like you have an intuition, and I respect everyone's religion and different belief systems, but none of us actually know what happens. What we can control is how we treat other people when we're on earth, what we do, how we spend our time, the actions we take. Those are the things that are within your control. I have too many friends, I see too many people living, I don't want to say shitty lives, but I think they would say shitty lives, or unfulfilled lives, or I'm trying not to offend people right now when I should really just completely disregard that, but living lives on someone else's terms rather than their own. And I just want you to stop doing that. Okay? Stop listening to society or to the man or to anyone, and just whatever it is, take that chance, do it. Because we don't know how much time we have. We're on a spinning rock in a galaxy where other rocks are flying by us, and it could all explode at any moment. So Just do it, whatever it is, whether it's job related, whether it is asking out a girl or a dude or whatever. I just want you to take that chance and go with it. Okay? All right, question of the day. We'll lighten up. What's your Chipotle order? Like, down to the detail. Double this, single that, training day I do this, rest day I do that. Tell me your Chipotle order. All right? Thank you, guys. No sign off today.